Hi, I'm Ambry, and this is Ambry's Corner, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new viewer, watcher, subscriber, welcome. If you're returning viewer, watcher, subscriber, welcome back. Hi guys, back today with the story time. A story time. This is a story time by the time I was petty, and I was very petty. So yeah, if you'd like to hear about the story time, please stick on. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's go back to when I was in about middle school, the 7th grade, and I remember this distinctively. It was the 7th grade. Or was it the 8th grade? No, it was the 8th grade. I remember this distinctively. It was in the 8th grade. And so y'all know when I was in middle school and high school, I probably got bullied, teased the most in school. And so my 8th grade year, I want to say that it was certain classes that, you know, I would get teased. And, you know, when I'm outside in the hallway, it was free game. You know, it was everybody, you know, get your punches in as you can, because you might not see me in this class. So I feel like that's how they felt. So, you know, when I was in certain classes, I feel like it was worse. I feel like it was worse. And then depending on like who I was in the class, could differ whether it was bad or good. You know what I mean? It could differ whether I was getting picked on every day or just, you know, whenever they felt like saying something. It just depended. And so this particular class, I remember it was a social studies class, and I think maybe it was like the last class before lunch. I think that what it was. I think so, maybe. So it was the last class we had right before we went to class where we went to lunch. There you go. So it was like my 3rd period class, because I think we went to lunch around. No, it was my 5th period class. We went to lunch around 6. We went to lunch around. We went to lunch at 5th period, and then after 5th period, we got a 6th period, which was our last class of the day. So yeah, it was right before our lunch period, and there were a few times when I was in school that I was actually able to be petty to some of my bullies, and I wasn't always able to do that, but it was some times where I had a moment where I could kind of get back at that. I'm not innocent, you know, by any means. Do I play innocent? Most times I don't do nothing. I really try not to provoke them. I really try not to provoke them. I had to think about that for a second, because I had to think about, do I ever provoke them? Because I had to think, you know, I might do, but I rarely ever provoke them or cause them to want to say something to me. So when in the moments when I did have a moment to, you know, be a little petty or be a little mean, sometimes I took it, and I took this opportunity to be petty, even though this dude did not necessarily deserve my pettiness. But he had done something that irritated. He had said something that made me so mad that it made me want to retaliate at him. And he like this dude never really said nothing to me. He never really crossed me. Like, he was just like one of the guys in the background of all the noise that was going on. Like, and he was a good student too. And he never really said much. He never really did anything to me. He just was like a really nice boy. But he said something this one time that got under my skin, and it rubbed me the wrong way. And this happens a lot with me. You know, people that probably never say anything to me, that never do anything to me, they'll say something, and it'll have me ready to, you know, fight back. Like, really? And I think that's like my fight or flight reaction. Like, because I get picked on so much, and I have to like tell people leave me alone so much. The first thing I do when somebody says something that makes me mad or sort of offends me, I'm ready to retaliate. I'm ready to, you know, claw their eyes out. Because don't do that. Because I go through this all the time, every day. Like, I don't need you, somebody I have no beef with, you know, coming at me or saying things to me that doesn't need to be said. You don't need to. My granddad used to always say to us, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. That's how I feel about it. If you ain't got absolutely nothing nice to say to me, you can't think of one good thing to say to me, it's best that you don't say nothing to me at all. So I forget what we were doing. What did he say? He said something. I forgot what he said, but we was like, the way our tables was set up, like he had like 2 rows going straight, and then he had like a wall full of desks, like looking at the 2 rows going straight. And so I was in the back of the 2 rows facing the board, the back. I literally should have been in the front, but I was in the back. And so, you know, in time, like, we would have assignments and stuff like that. Depending on what the assignment was, he would make us partner up. And so this time in particular, he made us partner up. Now, this time that I'm talking about is the time that he said something to me that I didn't like, and I'm gonna get into when I retaliated. So this time I'm gonna call one of the boys. I'm gonna call him Jughead. One of the boys is Jughead, and the main boy, we're gonna call him Football Head. Football Head. Alright, so Jughead and Football Head. So Jughead sat like literally right beside me. He sat literally right beside me in the rows facing the board. So I was on the row face closest to the desks, lined up against the wall facing us, and he was on the side facing the closest to the teacher's desk. And so we were probably like that far apart from each other. So like we were literally like this. So anytime we had assignments, the person beside you, or like maybe the person in front of you, would be your partner. You know what I mean? So it was usually like the first 4 desks, the next 4, then the last 4. We was always together. And so I think one of the desks was empty because that person was out for the day. So the dude, Football Head, Jughead was right beside me. So Football Head was like right in front of me, or maybe across from me, I forget. But he was in our group. And so as soon as like the guys, you know, in the group together, they link up periodically. Like every guy in our school like that. It could be 2 guys that had never said 2 words to each other, and if they in the group together, they will become the best of friends. That's literally how it is. And so we got partnered up. I didn't mind being partnered up with Jughead, because anytime we did partners, he was always in my group. And let me be honest, let me say something about Jughead. I did not like Jughead at all. I couldn't stand him, but I tolerated him simply because I couldn't stand him, and we had to sit together. So when you in class with people like that, and you have to sit together and you forced to work together, you learn how to tolerate people. So working with him was never really an issue, because I tolerated him and everything he said. And he used to say some stuff that used to. This dude was like this small, y'all. He was a stick. Literally, I could have sat on this dude and it would have been over with for him. Literally over with. I know I could have hurt this dude. That's why when he said stuff to me, it didn't bother me as much, because I had to deal with 20 other opinions on me. 100 other opinions about me throughout the day. So his opinion really didn't make a difference, because I could break him like a twig, because he literally was a twig. But Football Head played football. Now, if I was gonna fight him, it was gonna take some strength, like some strength, because he was football. And so Football Head, like I said, he never said nothing to me. He wasn't a bully, and he didn't give me those vibes. He was just a guy in high school. That's what he was. Those are the vibes he got. He never gave me a trouble. He wasn't a troublemaker. He didn't cause trouble. He was a good student. I think he was maybe a straight A student. I'm not sure. I want to say that's what he was, but he wasn't, and then he was kind of nerdy. So like he wasn't like that. You know what I mean? He wasn't like that. He didn't do all that. Even though most of the guys that bullied me was his friends, that's just not where he was, and that's not the type of time he was on. But times, and every guy is like this, and I hate to do that to guys, but every guy is like this. There are times when guys feel like they can give their opinion willingly, and people won't say nothing to them, or females won't say nothing to them. And most of the time, those guys are pretty boys. I feel like pretty boys are the worst. They give their opinions so willingly, so freely, and then when they get cussed out for what they say, you know, they want to look crazy. Well, I really didn't say, well, no, you shouldn't have said nothing at all, because now you just got cussed out. Now you look stupid in front of everybody. That's how I feel. And so I think this was just one of the times where he opened his mouth and he probably shouldn't have. And so I forget what we was working on. It was social studies, so probably something to do with social studies. And him and him and Jughead was talking, and I was just there because I'm part of the group, so I'm doing my work, I'm doing my assignment, and they was talking, and Jughead, he make like little digs at me all the time, you know what I mean? Not all the time. He make digs at me enough to where like, okay, now you just doing too much, you know what I mean? And he always did that, and he made dig at me, and so I don't know, I don't remember what exactly football head said, but what he said bothered me. I mean, it got under my skin, literally. So I didn't say nothing right off the bat, but I was like in the back of my eye, like, okay, now I see like what type of time you on. You know, I thought you was good, I thought you was innocent, I thought you didn't say much, but clearly, you know, you be sitting back waiting for moments to say your little piece and stuff like this. So I got your car, I got your number. We good. I got you. I used the hell of an opportunity to let you know about yourself. Oh baby, I will show you. I will show you. I will flip the mirror on you so quick and make you look at yourself. And that's probably why people get mad with me a lot too, because I'll do that. I'll ask anybody. You'll say something, you could probably say something to me in February of early this year. Somebody probably said to me in February early this year. I'll probably remember it until about March. And when March get here and I get the opportunity to let you know about yourself, also you don't remember back in February such and such date when you said such and such to me, and so now it's a problem when I give you the same medicine. Nah, so don't try to get mad, you know, take that L, because you tried to throw a dig at me. And so I saved this moment, I saved up for this very moment right here to let you know about yourself. That's the type of person I am. That's what I do. And when I get mad with you, when I get mad with you, I will turn on you like a pit bull. I really will. I'm a Sagittarius, y'all. And Sagittarius, we are the worst. We can hold a grudge. We will spend any opportunity to let you. We'll take any opportunity we can. We'll remember shit from 10 years ago. 10 years ago. And we'll come back 10 years later and remind you about what the hell you said to us. I don't know if y'all watched my Underdog series, but I told the story. I did a one, not recently, but a while back, about my cousin, and he said something about me not having my license. He said something like long lines, if you ever get it. I don't know what happened, but it lit a fire. It like a spark went off in me, and I went in overtime to prove him wrong. Like, I'm gonna get my license if it kills me, and when I do, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna throw it in your face. I'm gonna remind you. When I came back to my cousin and said that to him, he looked at me like I was crazy. That's literally how he said, really? He said, well, I'm happy you got him, but like, really? That's you did all of that just to prove me wrong. And in hindsight, so anyway, back to Jughead and Football Head. So he said something, and it irritated me to my core about what he said. Like, I just was mad. Like, I refused to talk to him, to acknowledge him. Like, I was the type of person, like, you know, if you were cool, I was cool. I was all down to play with you, have fun with you, talk to you, tell you things. You know, I was down to do that with him until he said this. So let's fast forward a month from now, and we get back in the group again. And this time we have a project we have to do, and so we have to create like a script, or we have to make a song. I don't know what we have to do, something like that. And so me and him and Jughead ended up working together, all three of us. And so I say, okay, well, ain't no opportunity like the present to show some, to reflect the mirror on somebody, right? Well, I didn't even reflect the mirror. I was just being stupid, because this could have affected me later, but whatever. So we in a partnership. And so I mentally decided I'm not going to do shit. I'm going to let you do all of it. I think that's what he was referring to in that comment he made about me a month prior. He was talking about, you know, that I can't do nothing. They don't trust me to do anything like that. I think that's what he said. Something along the lines of what he said. So I was like, oh, okay, so you think I'm stupid? You think I'm dumb? All right, well then, buddy, I'm going to let you do all the work. You can have it. I won't do shit. I'm not going to help. I'm not going to live a finger to click nothing, to do nothing. You got it. You do it. I'm good. And so that's exactly what happened. And so anytime he tried to get me involved, he tried to like include me, I was like, I don't know, maybe, yeah, go ahead, I don't care. You know, I was just like real nonchalant. I didn't care. I didn't even try. I didn't put forth an effort, nothing. And after a while, he kind of caught on. He got irritated with me, so he was just like, give me something to do, and maybe I would do it, or maybe I would do it wrong and let him redo it. And then he do everything else, and that's what I did. And so Jughead, he was in our group, but he wasn't there like the last day before. And so I don't know if football had told him like, you know, she didn't do nothing, like she really didn't help me, nothing like that. And so Jughead, he was like, I guess he didn't like that, so he outed me. He was like making it known like, I don't even know why you get an A for, because you didn't even do nothing. Like, I was like, oh, okay, well, go ahead. I mean, we didn't either, because you wasn't even here the last day, so what that supposed to mean? Like, I was like really giving it to him. Like, he was trying his best, like, call me out and stuff like that. I was just looking at him like, I really don't care. I really don't care. And ask me why. Nobody asked me why I did that though. But ask me why I do you like that though. I did you like that though. Cause you felt like you could say something to me and I was gonna let it slide. Like I said, that's my fight or flight reaction. I'm gonna fight. I'm not gonna let you bag me into a corner, especially now. I will be damned. I will come out kicking, screaming, stabbing if you try to bag me into a corner. You'll never get me like that. And people used to try and do me like they used to try and jump on me in groups. Like it used to be a group of them try to get at me. No, and the worst one was when I was in elementary school. That was the worst one. But really, I ain't book smart. And I fully understand that. I know information. I can relay information. I can tell you anything you want to know. I'm just not academically, you know, good, and I never have been, and I don't deny it. But in certain areas, I do find that I am stronger in, like reading. I thrive in it. History, maybe even. I thrive in it. I can get down with history. I can get down with reading, language arts, all of that. I can get down with that. But if you asking me about math, anything else, it's a no. Biology, it's a I can't do it. I won't fake it with you either. I can't do it. And so, but you ain't finna play me down like I don't know nothing. And back then, like if they had asked me, Yasmin, why was you like that? I would have told both of them why I act like that. I said, because a month prior, we worked together and I helped and I did my part. At least I tried to. Maybe it wasn't much to y'all, but I did try. And y'all downplayed me. Y'all made me feel like I was just a dummy. And so when we worked together again, I used that opportunity to really say, okay, fine, you think I'm a dummy? You do all of the work. And I take credit for it. That's exactly what I did. I got an A on this project and I didn't even deserve it. I don't even care. Payback is a B. Don't treat people any kind of way. It ain't cool. Even though I was wrong for this, and I'm full of I was wrong for this. I shouldn't have done that. I should have gotten the F because I really didn't do nothing. I really did not do nothing. He did all the work. And he was smart as hell. He deserved that A. But so for him to have made him, for him to felt like a man or whatever he wanted to feel like for even just a few seconds, it really made him look dumb later because I didn't want to do shit. I didn't even want to contribute because you had made me feel like even if I contribute, it wouldn't be shit because it ain't enough because I'm not pulling what you pulling. Well, that's fine. You do all the work. Be careful how you treat people. Really, be careful how you treat people. I feel like that was stupid now because that could have affected my grade. That was a story time about time I've being petty. I don't know where Jughead is now. I don't know and I don't care. I see football head all the time. He's doing very well for himself. I'm very proud of him. If you see this, I'm sorry. I was being petty. Oh well, you'll be alright. Anyway, so for this video, I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you want to hear. And I will do my very, very, very best to make that happen for you. And I will see you next one. Bye!